and then Palmer.
Hey, Mike, congrats on the win tonight. We know when the buckets aren't not finding the buckets in the second half like yours, they start to come back. What's the message to your team right then to keep from just getting too frustrated with what's going on, just kind of keep going.
Yeah, you just stay the course defensively. It's easier to control. We're always going to give that message. Obviously, if you get a big dunk, you get a big and one, you hit an open three, it's easier to get your juices flowing and to sprint back and feel good about yourself and have a little bit more pep in your step. But championship level teams, the best defensive teams, they control what they can control, whether it goes in or not. And this team is growing in that regard as we try to continue to develop offensively, of course. And we missed some and we had a little bit lack of execution. But again, credit St. Joe's. I thought they came out and increased their ball pressure second half. And I'm not sure that they had us rattled, but they had us sped up. They did. And they had us not executing as crisply as we did in the first half. So their fight was terrific. Second half. And we've got to look at it as a staff and figure out what we do in those situations. What can we do a little bit better offensively?
Yeah, Coach, how big was it for you all to get Cario back? And what have the last couple of days been like for him as he tried to shake that soreness?
He's such a quiet guy. He's such a laid back guy. He doesn't make it a lot about him. He's just he's been consistent with just showing up and working, and he's got more reps here the last couple days. I thought that he'd probably go. Found out before the game that he was going to give it a go, and he was good, man. He had some timely baskets in the second half, or fouls drawn. Just putting pressure on the defense. He's in space. He's got to be one of the harder guys out there to keep out of the paint, and he's developing as well. And I thought he was pretty good defensively, in addition to what he helped us with by getting 15.
And then we'll go Jack Leo and then Bo Underwood.
Yeah, Coach, I know it's not a true road game, but first W away just from Athens. What does that mean for this team?
It's something I didn't even think about, and that's important. That feels good thinking about it that way. It's hard to win away from your home, and obviously didn't have success with the ACC road opportunity, but if you're going to have a good year, you can't just do it in Stegman, and we've got to build it in Stegman, and we've got to give people something to be proud about. And I know that when Stegman's rocking, it can be a home court advantage, and we've got to make it more and more so of a home court advantage. But to be able to steal one away from Stegman is very important for this program.
Yeah, Coach, Terry Roberts was very active on both sides of the floor tonight. What can you say about his intensity and his hustle and what it means to this team?
He's an engine. I don't want to say he's the engine. We've got a bunch of guys that bring it, that are hungry, to have team success. And he's I've said it for a couple months. He's a high level competitor. He just every drill, every wind sprint, offense, defense. If there's a competition on the line, it's important to him, and he's ticked off if he doesn't have success, and he can be emotional, and we've got a few guys like that that you'd rather try to continue to back them off a little bit, to get guys to calm a little bit than to rev up a guy and beg him to compete. And with Terry, you never have that issue. This guy is ultra competitive, plays really hard. The ball's in his hands a lot, and it was tonight. I thought he got winded a couple times because we're relying on him in his playmaking off of ball screens a lot as we continue to find different avenues, for guys to have success. We got to find ways for Kai to have success, on different areas, in different areas of the floor. And in Cario, I got to help him more. And Jabri, I thought his teammates got him some looks tonight. He got going, but Terry right now is shouldering a lot of the load in terms of creating for others.
Any other questions for Coach?
Mike, I didn't see Jackson out there. Any particular reason he didn't get out there today?
No, really surprised, honestly. he's been terrific. He's healthy. He's a big part of what we do. It's just hard to play 11 or 12. And it was late first half and heck, we were playing as well as we've played in any game or practice. And it was one of those, if it's not broken, why try and fix it? But it definitely wasn't a premeditated decision in any way. Heck, he might play 25 minutes tomorrow. I don't know. But one thing about Jackson, he's going to be ready. And he is as happy as anyone in that locker room that Georgia won.
Yeah, coach, speaking of tomorrow, I don't know how much of the early game you got to watch or how much scouting you did of them ahead of time, but UAB, talented group, what do you see out of them?
I didn't watch a ton of it, to be honest. I was really locked in on St. Joe's. I haven't watched a lot of film on them. I can tell you everything that Andy Kennedy was running about 10 years ago, and I can tell you every drill we were doing in practice and so on and so forth. But a lot of time has gone by. He's had a ton of success, of course, at Ole Miss and at UAB. He's rebuilt that thing, of course. And I know on paper that their backcourt is fantastic. I'm sure he's still doing a lot of changing of defenses and taking a quick glimpse right before tip. They've got some size. They've got some transfers. They've got some experience coming off a really good year. This will be one of the better teams we play in the non-conference. We'll have to play really well. We can't just play for 20. We've got to put together a really solid 40 to have a shot at beating these guys.
All right, any other questions?
Mike, I just want to ask, just how big of a test is this physically, having to turn right around and play a team as talented?
It's a big test. It really is. And it got a little hairy there late. You look at a couple 29, 32 minutes, 27 minutes, you wish those were down, especially with the start we got off to, about 5 minutes apiece in a perfect world. But you want to make sure we finish it. But that said, it's the same deal for the other teams playing tomorrow as well. I mean, what UAB is going to get 2 hours more rest than us. I don't think it's going to be a big factor. It's tournament format, and this won't be the only time that it happens this year. We got to get some rest. We got to hydrate. A few guys got to get with Lance and heal some bumps and bruises, and we got to lay it down, try to get some sleep.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, one
Thanks.
note for everybody before we